and welcome to Sunday Snippets, edition 24. Yes, it's backwards because I cannot figure out, wait a second, no, I can't figure out how to turn it around. Sometimes the little tools are there and other times they're not, and tonight they're not, so it's backwards, sorry. And just so you know, last Sunday, I tried to do Sunday Snippets, but Mr. Facebook would not let me go do a live. I tried many times. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but it's driving me nuts. In fact, it's driving me so nuts that I believe I am going to switch to YouTube. I'm going to start doing my lives on YouTube. And what that means for you, my loyal fans, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you have to sign up for your notifications so you know when I'm going live. Yeah, that's what you got to do. And I will put in the information to find me on YouTube after I get 100 subscribers or whatever YouTube makes you have to be able to name your channel. I'll name my channel. But right now it's Vivian Cobb speaking. So if you go on there, you'll find it and you can subscribe, get notifications, and I'm switching to YouTube because I'm quite frankly tired of Facebook and all its shenanigans and how hard it is now to try and do lives. So there you go. That's the first order of business. Now for Sunday Snippets. A lot of you saw that I'm doing a radio station. No, I take that back. I'm not doing a radio station. I'm doing a radio show. I'm doing a radio show with my very good friend, Robert Kittredge. And our radio show is #1 in the United States and the United Kingdom, which is very, very exciting. This is a fledgling online internet radio station. It's only a couple of months old, and we're building our viewership every week, where our show is on once a week. But we had our first station meeting, I guess, with the owner on Friday, and he let us know that we are the #1 show. Not by much, but still, it was really, really exciting. And which made me think about Robert and the history that I have with him. He came to me when his friend bought this radio station, and his friend reached out to him because it's a leadership radio station, and it's all about leadership. And Robert, that's his background. He's been teaching leadership for a very long time, a few years. Anyway, his friend came to him and said, "Would you like to do a show on my new radio station?" And Robert said, "No." Not really. But then he brought it up to me and he said, "Hey, I have this opportunity and would you do it with me?" And I thought about it and I thought, I've never done a radio show. I've never done a podcast. I mean, I've been a guest on podcasts, but I haven't done a podcast. And I thought, could I really do a radio show? But then I thought, well, if I was doing it with him, I could. And he probably thought, well, if I was doing it with her, I could. So he changed and said, yes, we'll do a radio show. And it's just really exciting that it is doing so well. And that made me think even more about Robert. I met Robert about 5 years ago in Toastmasters. He was one of the people that was there when I first walked in the first time, and he's been going to Toastmasters for 11 years, really long time. And he was always extraordinarily supportive of me and mentored me and just really encouraged me. And in fact, after I was only in Toastmasters 2 or 3 months, he was the first person that come up to me. He was a chair for a contest. And he asked me if I would be the Toastmaster at his contest that he was chairing. And I was so new, and I just was like, me? You're asking me? Why? Because at the time, I had zero confidence in myself. And I was in a pretty bad place 5 years ago, I gotta say. And he said, you can do this. You absolutely can do this. You're better than you think. And so I did. I was Toastmasters for his contest. And that was the beginning of me getting out there and getting out of my comfort zone and realizing that I really, really loved doing things like Toastmastering a contest and speaking. And right after that, I competed for the first time. So it's really interesting how oftentimes, we have to borrow what others see in us because we don't see it in ourselves. And we have to take the encouragement that is given us and see ourselves through other people's eyes and believe what they believe about us. And Robert was instrumental in that. And he continues to do that to this day, always telling me, you can do it. You've got this. You're good. You're better than you think. You make more of a difference than you realize. He's my cheerleader. He's my champion. He's always been there for me. And when he came to me to do the radio show, again, he believed in me. And here we are, being successful, having a great time doing it together. It's just been a remarkable journey, and I am so grateful for him and all the other people in my life who have seen the best in me, have seen what I can do. So, the question for Sunday Snippets this week is, who in your life do you know that if you just gave them a little bit of encouragement, just said the right thing at the right time, that it would make all the difference in the world, in their life? Think about that. Think about who you can transform, help transform. I know for me, it changed the trajectory of my entire life. Those words of encouragement, that belief that he saw in me and that others have seen in me. Without that belief, I would not be where I am today. I guarantee it. Because 5 years ago, I was a very broken woman with very low self-esteem. And I had no idea that I could make a difference in anybody's life. And because of Robert, because of my other Toastmasters friends, and because of all of my friends, that has completely changed. So be generous with your encouragement. If you see something in somebody that you know they don't see in themselves, tell them. Be sure to tell them, because you might change their life. That's it for Sunday Snippets. Look for information. I'm going to remind you about YouTube, and look for information, and I will see you on YouTube. Please, please, please come follow me. I can't do this without you. I don't want to do this without you. I want to keep talking. I want to keep sharing. I want to keep changing the world. And I'll talk to you soon. Happy Halloween. Good night. I can't turn this off.